Hey, it's Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, but I'm not doing a review today. I have a mystery to solve, and I probably won't be able to solve it during this short video. But I'll tell you, I've got this bottle. It says here, E.Wagner of Manchester, New Hampshire. Looks like a beer bottle, doesn't it? Let me give you a little history. My parents, many years ago, 40 or more years ago, used to love looking for bottles, digging for bottles in old dumps. It's a popular hobby, still popular today, but they'd go out to these abandoned dumps in who knows where, Vermont, and dig up bottles, and this is one of the bottles they dug up. My father gave this to me on Thanksgiving 2014, said I could take it home. So I've looked at it. It's a beer bottle. You can tell it is a beer bottle. E.Wagner of Manchester, New Hampshire. Haven't heard of them, so I've done a little research. Doing some census reviews, there was a gentleman named Edward Wagner, born January of 1839 in Prussia, and in 1880 he was a merchant of ales, lagers, and beers. What do you think about that? In 1870 he was a saloon keeper, and in 1900 he was a merchant. So he lived in Manchester, New Hampshire. He had a wife named Minnie. He had children named Matilda and Gustavus. So I didn't know about this too much. You know, in the 1800s, Manchester did have a couple of breweries. They had the Ambuscade Brewery. Didn't last too long, but it existed. They had the Carney and Lynch Brewery, and they had the True Jones Brewery. That was a little later. That was more like early 20th century. True Jones was the brother of Frank Jones, and the Frank Jones Brewery of Portsmouth, New Hampshire was one of the most famous breweries of its day. So Manchester did have its own local breweries. Carney and Lynch, for example, would deliver the beers on cattle carts or carts, buggies or whatever, with horse-drawn buggies, whatever you want to call them, and would bring them around to local merchants, and that's how they would get their beers around. And you know, but I've never heard of E.Wagner of Manchester, New Hampshire, so I think I have a mystery to look into. So if I hear anything more, I will let you know, because I'm really interested to find out if there was another brewery in Manchester, New Hampshire that I never knew existed until now. And if I did, well, the folks from the Manchester Historical Society will probably be quite proud. So thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.